Welcome back to English Podcast Junction. This is episode 2. Today we will learn basic English grammar with simple examples. Grammar is like the structure of a house. If the structure is strong, your English will also be strong and clear.
That sounds interesting, Aisha. Many beginners feel scared of grammar. They think grammar is difficult and boring. But I believe if we learn grammar slowly with examples, it becomes easy and even enjoyable. That makes sense. So, I is the subject, eat is the verb, and food is the object. If I say she reads a book, it also follows the same structure. This rule helps us speak correctly and clearly.
Now let's talk about is, am, and are. We use am with I, is with he, she, it, and are with you, we, they. For example, I am happy. She is a student.
So, if I say, we are learning English, that is correct, and he is my friend is also correct. This small rule is very important because beginners use it every day while speaking.
Good point, Rahul. Now let's learn how to make negative sentences. To make a sentence negative, we add not. For example, I am not tired. She is not late.
That's simple. So I can say, I am not afraid of English, which sounds very motivating. Negative sentences help us express what we do not feel or do nothing.
Exactly. Now let's learn how to ask simple questions. For is, am, are questions, we bring the verb to the front. For example, are you ready? Is she your teacher?
Oh, that's useful. So instead of saying, you are happy, I can ask, are you happy? This rule is very helpful in daily conversations, interviews, and normal talking.
Let's practice together. Listeners, repeat after us. I am learning English. I am not afraid of mistakes.
Now say, are you practicing daily? Practice like this every day, and grammar will slowly become natural for you.
Now let's talk about articles. A, an, and the. We use a before words that start with a consonant sound, like a book. We use an before vowel sounds, like an apple. And the is used when we talk about something specific.
So I can say, I have a pen, but I ate an orange. And if I say the pen is on the table, it means we both know which pen. This rule looks small, but it makes English sound correct and natural.
Good explanation, Rahul. Now let's understand singular and plural. One object is singular and more than one is plural. For most words, we add s, like book, books.
Yes, but some words change form, like child, children, and man, men. So learners should remember that English has regular and irregular plurals. Practice these daily, and slowly they become easy. That's very useful. So I should say, do they play cricket? And does he speak English? This rule helps a lot in making correct questions.
Let's talk about the simple present tense. We use it for daily habits and facts. For example, I wake up early, she reads books.
I notice something here. With he or she, we add s to the verb, like she reads. That small s is very important. Missing it is a common beginner mistake. Now, an important grammar rule, do and does. We use do with I, you, we, they. We use does with he, she, it. For example, do you like tea? Does she work here?
Let's talk about the simple present tense. We use it for daily habits and facts. For example, I wake up early, she reads books.
I notice something here. With he or she, we add s to the verb, like she reads. That small s is very important. Missing it is a common beginner mistake.
Very true. Now let's make negative sentences in present tense. We use do not or does not. For example, I do not like noise. He does not smoke.
So the verb stays simple after do not or does not. That makes it easy. This rule helps us speak politely and clearly when saying no.
Now, a quick introduction to simple past tense. We use it for actions that happened in the past. For regular verbs, we add ed, like worked or played.
So the verb stays simple after do not or does not. That makes it easy. This rule helps us speak politely and clearly when saying no.
Now, a quick introduction to simple past tense. We use it for actions that happened in the past. For regular verbs, we add ed, like worked or played.
And some verbs are irregular, like go, went and eat, ate. So learners should slowly remember these verbs. Past tense is very useful for telling stories and experiences.
Let's learn a connecting word, that's because it helps us give reasons. For example, I am happy because I am learning English.
That sounds nice. So I can say, I practice daily because I want to improve. Using because makes your sentences longer and more expressive.
Haha, yes, I used to say that a lot, but now I understand. Small grammar rules make a big difference in spoken English.
Listeners, don't try to remember everything at once. Grammar improves step by step. Practice one rule daily, make your own sentences, and speak confidently. Mistakes mean you are learning.
Now let's talk about the future tense, especially the word will. We use will when we talk about future plans or decisions made at the moment of speaking. For example, I will learn English. She will call you tomorrow. This structure is very simple and very useful for beginners.
Yes, I like this tense because it doesn't change with he, she, or they. I can say, I will practice today and he will practice today. Both are correct. This makes speaking about the future easy and stress-free.
Another common way to talk about the future is going to. We use it when we already have a plan. For example, I am going to start a new routine. It shows intention and preparation.
So if I say, I am going to watch an English podcast tonight, it means I already decided. This helps listeners express plans clearly and sound more natural in daily conversations.
Now let's learn prepositions, starting with in, on, and at. We use in for months and years, on for days and dates, and at for time. For example, in 2026 on Monday at 7 p.m.
This rule helps a lot in scheduling and talking about time. Earlier, I used these words randomly, but now I understand the logic behind them. It really improves accuracy while speaking.
Prepositions are also used for place, like in, on, under, behind. For example, the book is on the table. The bag is under the chair. These words help us explain location clearly.
Yes, without prepositions, sentences feel incomplete. When we use them correctly, our English becomes more descriptive and confident, especially in daily life situations.
Adverbs tell us how something happens. Many adverbs end with lie, like slowly, clearly, confidently. For example, she speaks English clearly.
This is important because beginners often focus only on nouns and verbs. Adverbs help polish sentences and show style, speed, and attitude while speaking.
Now let's learn can and cannot. We use can to talk about ability and cannot for inability. For example, I can speak English. I cannot speak French.
This is very powerful for motivation. Saying, I can improve changes your mindset. Modal verbs are simple but very useful in real-life conversations.
We also use can to make polite requests. For example, can you help me? Can you repeat that? This sounds polite and friendly.
Yes, this is useful in offices, classrooms, and daily life. Using polite English makes communication smoother and more respectful.
Now let's talk about question words like what, where, when, why. These words help us get information. For example, why are you learning English?
Questions keep conversations alive. When you know how to ask questions, you can speak more and listen more. Both are important for learning.
Let's learn two simple connectors in and but. And adds information, and but shows contrast. For example, I like English, but I need more practice.
These small words help build longer sentences. They make your speech flow naturally instead of sounding broken.
Many learners stop speaking because they think too much. But fluency comes from speaking, not overthinking.
Yes, Sometimes I just start talking, even if it's not perfect. That habit helps reduce fear and improve confidence.
Grammar becomes strong when you connect it with real life. Use English while shopping, traveling, or thinking.
When grammar meets real life, learning becomes easy and enjoyable. That's when English stops feeling like a subject.
And with that, we come to the end of today's episode. Remember, learning English is not about being perfect. It's about being confident. Every sentence you speak, every mistake you make, is a step forward. Keep practicing, keep believing in yourself, and never stop learning. Thank you for spending your time with us on English Podcast Junction. We'll be back very soon with another exciting episode. Until then, stay motivated and keep speaking English.